the copy that we have.
Why are we not
going up. And definitely when you know we're live with the movies, the usual suspects are well and ready. I'm the man with no name, and of course,
I'm Focus, the Batman.
Chinatu is just stepping in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know the life of the party is here. Thank you.
This is the problem. This is the problem that we are facing with this life. What's happening with our audio, right? Okay, guys. So yeah, we're live and we are ready with you, just as you are ready with us. So today is a very fantastic day. My brother, myself, I check and just go sit down. You know they work like that. So today is a very fantastic day, yeah. And the reason why it's a fantastic day is because we had the opportunity of catching somebody special. Somebody who has always been a part of the movies, who we can actually add to the gang of the usual suspects.
Exactly.
And that is no other person than the one and only Mr. Chris Odeh.
I have a job now.
Yeah, you are part of
one of the usual suspects.
Usual suspect.
Suspect. And in case you don't know Mr. Chris Odeh, when you hear the likes of movies like Tokunbo,
Living in Bondage, Pretty Serpent, and the list goes on and on.
Titanic and Godfather.
Well, talking about Titanic, he has very fantastic stories in which he has put pen to paper, and he has a book titled Before You Say Action. And this is from the perspective of a filmmaker for aspiring filmmakers or people who want to go into the filmmaking business. And the reason why I have to underline the word business is because filmmaking is not just a hobby. It can be a passion for most, but it's also a business for a lot of people.
Exactly.
So, Mr. Chris, you're welcome on board.
Thank you.
Also in our midst, we have writer,
actor.
We can also see add filmmaker, model. Yeah, we add model.
Skincare activist. Your skin is glowing. I don't know why.
You say that skincare activist.
I get endorsement from this, yeah.
Yeah. So and that's no other than Rose Okeke. So it's a full house. It's a really full house. And of course, the sidekick is here to cause problem as always.
No, I'm going to be quiet. Mr. Odeh, thank you for coming. I hope you came with a signed copy.
Wow. We already have our signed copy.
It's like 1 year later. I mean, 2 years later.
I don't know. Toby, you didn't tell me. No wonder you actually don't improve.
Wow. Shots fired.
Shots fired. Okay, guys, so it's going to be a fantastic day. First off, for you who is listening for the first time, you can be a part of the conversation. You can join us on Instagram Live or on YouTube at Popcorn and Reels. It's just one word. Search us on YouTube. Popcorn and Reels is one word, and you will find us there. Just one word, Popcorn and Reels. Oh, sorry, I'll need to ask that our phones can be away from the microphone, so we'll not have that static interference. But guys, to be a part of the show, you can also send in messages on WhatsApp, and we'll definitely be reading it. So this show today is for filmmakers, aspiring filmmakers, for people in the business, for those who want to know more about the business, and of course, we are talking experiences. So before we talk about experiences, let's give you the normal gist as we normally start off the show. Focus.
Exactly. You know how we do. We'll bring you all the things that dropped last week, the things that dropped this week. We'll also have some cinematic movie gist to go. And if you're following us, you know some trailers did drop this period. And then we have some little did you know or you didn't know. Okay, starting off with things that dropped last week, because a lot. We have Paul Thomas Anderson's movie with Leonardo DiCaprio in it called One Battle After Another. It also featured Benicio del Toro in it. Also, we had Marvel Zombies. 4 episodes dropped, and you try.
Which one did you try? You don't finally watch it?
I don't finish it.
Guy boy was okay now.
You try now. Like the standalone fights, like maybe.
But you saw the aura farming now.
No, Blade, definitely.
Aura farming of life.
Also, we had The Strangers Chapter 2, and we had the movie called French Lovers that dropped on Netflix. Then the season finale for The Terminal List, Dark Wolf, dropped last week also. Then also...
Sorry, how was French Lovers? How was that guy?
I know. As I see Lovers, I leave her because... But with No Name has made me to stop... I won't say stop, but like anytime I see Omar Sy's movie, I'll be like, oh, okay.
So I have a problem with Omar Sy, yeah.
It's just because he's big.
No, it's not just that he's big. I can't. There are some roles that you give him, and I'm like wondering, no, you get it didn't work. He did like so. I don't know whether it's a stereotyping of casting particular body frames for particular roles like love scenes and all that, and then you don't have an Omas. I didn't even like him in Lupin. And thank God I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
This is
Gary
KFC.
The first few episodes, I was like,
No, you know what?
no.
There's just something about his nose. He knows it all. Let's
My
continue.
bro. Hey,
It was very fantastic in Lupin. I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's
It was
for you.
good.
That's for you. But let's continue.
Also, Alien Earth had its finale last week also, and then
Nonsense.
Peacemaker season 2 of episode 6 of season 2 dropped last week also. So those are all the things that dropped last week. Now, let's check out some of the things that dropped this week. You may be excited to know that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is really putting his acting forward as he's in the Smashing Machine that dropped this week. Yeah.
Did you hear how it opened?
No.
He did not open where.
You know open where?
He did not.
Are you
open
serious?
Where. He didn't.
Also, a movie dropped on Amazon Prime called Play Dirty with Mark Wahlberg and Lakeith Stanfield. And, I mean...
Well...
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for entertainment, it's
I
entertaining.
think there's a new genre called adopted for streaming.
I think so.
Yes, there is. And
People are
we are going to talk about this. Thank God that you are here today, because there is the argument of what's the way forward now. Because we are now in an era where I will use Africa in general, but Nigeria as a focal point. We are now in an era where it seems as if the cinema culture is dying. That's on one. And we are then seeing the rise of fast food content, I'll call them, because there are a lot of people going into this short form verticals, people going into streaming, a lot of filmmakers, the like of Omoni Oboli, that are all going into the YouTube. So we need to know, because somebody like Dimbo was one of the first who, I would like to say the first, but he tried it out with his movie Drawing Strength. And then he had to now start putting more of his productions on YouTube. So we need to discuss about this YouTube economy or this streaming economy in Nigeria, mostly now with Netflix, Amazon Prime all pulling out funding. So
you know, I wanted to get confirmation for that.
Yeah,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Also, a horror movie dropped called Good Boy. Then a movie with Matthew McConaughey called The Lost Boss. It's about a story about one guy who had to use a school bus to go into a wildfire to save 22 kids. Yeah, happened in 2018. And then we have a horror movie called Coyotes. Then Gen V Season 2 Episode 5 dropped, and also Peacemaker Season 2 Episode 7, leaving us with just one more episode before the season wrap.
Wow.
And Yaro was shouting on the group that he wants to say a lot about... No worry,
my brother, you have enough time.
You have your time.
So while we're talking about it, you see that one about that guy going to save children with from fire with a boss, Abby? I'm still saying that we should start making real life movies. Like movies that of real life situation. You know, I talked about the one that happened during World War I or World War II, where a plane crashed in the ocean and it was shark infested. Out of over 100 and something passengers, only about 3 survived. Just sharks, them and sharks. So that would be a fantastic movie to watch.
You say what?
It'll be intense.
Are you okay?
I am totally okay, guys. But yeah, it's still the movies.
More news and information coming up.
So I'm saying, so people talk about food. See what I'm saying? It's natural. I'm not trying to say because I hear. It's the reality. There's an excitement. When you talk about Nigerian film, not only American film.
So
American film.
So you see, we hardly ever find information on Nigerian movies. You will see somebody will post you will see 2 weeks to a movie release. The most anticipated
we
movie.
Never pass that one. Like, there's no info anymore. Like you don't even know some of the movies. We know they see them.
So what you do is that you have to find links into the distributors.
Except that because
then Nollywood and Shock Engine can also help you.
I go through Shock Engine every Sunday.
Shock Engine had the problem for a month or two.
The only thing I saw recent about that Shock Engine posted was your interview about Icon Activate. So nothing. Nothing. I go every Sunday.
So if you have an in-person, I can introduce you to the head of distribution from Film One.
You did that now.
So
I reached out to Film One.
I
reached out to Film One. The last time that we had that conversation was, we are coming to Abuja, we'll see you guys, and that was it, dead.
Who does it? Who does it?
I will check. I should see how
She's a bit more.
Because can you remember when we went for your book? We
yeah.
met another person which you introduced me to.
One.
You get.
They've had a few changes.
So the thing is, with these people, but we are also trying, because this is radio, yeah, and of course the company is very particular about what is commercial and what isn't. So when we are going through some content, we'll be like, this is actually supposed to be paid for content. If we
but just to say there's a film coming out.
Yeah, of course we can say it just as
it's like you do a film and you put Apple on your film. It's not that.
Of course.
So just to list out the film, like Daniel Leffion did a beautiful film. I'm not seeing it, but the trailer looks beautiful. The head. The head.
Yes, I think
about the guy who got kidnapped on his wedding night, the wedding day. Beautiful action video. They should go on. Adam Garba, him, Kule Remy, Stars College. It's coming up next week, I think. There are no films that are coming out.
Okay.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like we are. We're doing anime. We're doing Western film.
When we have it to do it, we'll talk about like even when Kemi Adetiba's this thing dropped. Now we had like 2 weeks talk about it because some of us had not seen it when we started talking about it. So when others now did, it was a full conversation.
Like those that one watch that day. Prostitute and pastor. Thin Line.
Thin Line.
It's a new Nigerian film on Netflix.
Is that?
Netflix.
Was that this week or this? Because the last one I know is That Devil Is a Liar.
Well, there's another one that came out.
Okay, so we are going back up now. Okay, guys, and we are back. Okay, so now you've heard what came out last week, what came out the week before, maybe this week joined. Yeah, but I didn't tell you about the animes that are out right now. One Punch Man Season 3 is definitely out. You should check it out because right now a lot of things, problem day. Because just as One Punch Man, the new season has started, we also have others that are starting this week. Something like Spy X Family is also out. You should check that out. And of course, My Hero Academia, the finale is finally out. So the series is ending now with this finale season that just popped. So yes, everything we don't touch anymore.
Wait, it was okay. It was My Hero Academia that had the intro because I was watching something today and they were like putting the intro for season 1, the finale,
yes, and yes,
like it was different.
Yes, so
they changed.
The thing is, with anime, yeah, you have to be very conscious about every little detail, and it happens a lot. For example, Demon Slayer in season 1, 26 episodes, the beginning montage starts out with shadows of the Hashiras. By the end of the season, the same montage now has the full Hashira in full view. So the montage starts with shadows, and during the course of the season, different Hashira's pictures now start popping up till the full view of all the Hashiras. Then the next season, you now start seeing the Hashiras physically. So like you need to pay attention.
Okay, so speaking about Hashira right now, you just reminded me of something. For the gamers out there, you should, if you are an avid gamer, you should play Ghost of Yotie. It dropped a couple of days ago.
Rose is the gamer. I don't know why
it's
I love games.
I played Ghost of Tsushima and the story was fantastic. Like to the point that me and my boss Kasim were like, "How far you don't play this part? Oh, this boss strong, oh, this is my good." And it created that moment for us.
So only now thing I enjoy about game, just put arcade, make a big person. That's all.
So Ghost of Yotie, you need to see it about a blacksmith's daughter who her family gets killed by the Yotie 6, and now she's at normal revenge drill. Like, she needs to go and train with so and so, look for so and so to fight the Yotie 6. So I love Ghost of Tsushima and I want to play Ghost of Yotie. So
you are recommending it as your game recommendation for the show. So guys, take that down. That's his game recommendation for the show. But my own is just tell me versus who I go beat arcade. Let's go there.
Only PS, and they only football they play. Only FIFA they play.
Funny enough, but I'm not. Make a not talk down. More people go beat me for outside. You know the same. So they play anything, Abi? Oh, yeah,
really? You don't play anything at all?
Seriously.
Even when I brought my PS for us to play Mortal Kombat, it was like 2 fights.
Really?
The man would win me and just pass boss.
Why?
I'm not a game person.
You should play Assassin's Creed.
Is that one is the one you will be going and be jumping fence. They'll say press X and O for you to open door.
Now so all video.
There's
a story now.
Castlevania, I never beat the first organ. I know they stress myself.
All the ones that I have.
I know they stress myself.
You won't ask me.
0809-993-0137 is our WhatsApp number. We're live on YouTube and on Instagram. If you want to catch us live right now, we are gisting with our buddy, Mr. Chris. And we have a message here from Tiza all the way from Galadima saying, I'm back again with guests for the studio. Let's go. Since we got experts in the studio, what do y'all think about how the Nollywood series culture is going? Because we've been getting Blood Sisters, Far From Home, etc. And we never see season 2. Like, why?
Well, that's
his own problem.
If Logan goes on to say happy Sunday, Full House, please guys, I know you have a full house. So has anyone seen the Apple series
Slow Horses?
The new season is
yet.
out and it's a very fantastic series. He goes on to say Play Dirty was just there. Yes, the entertainment and the monster show on Netflix is just not it for me. Too much chaos, I beg. And he adds, so I had to switch from IG to YouTube so I can see the faces of your lovely guests. Why China to know they ever stay one place? See, it is in the message. It is in the message. It is in the message.
And he walks in.
And as in, and it is in the message.
They want to be the best in the
If you look at
If you look at your best friend.
option.
Blog. Okay, so now that we have a lot of things in the news, and let me just touch on one of the news articles before we then jump into with our guest in the studio. So Trump recently said that he's going to add 100% tax on foreign movies that come into America. And people are not like, be like Demon Slayer, keep finger for this guy. Because Demon Slayer came out, which is an anime, and so far the anime is like the top rated anime in the world. It has like beat movies like Superman, beats other movies that have come out in a while, and it's still climbing. And now Chainsaw Man, which is also an anime, has come out and it has started flogging American movies. But do you think it's actually, Mr. Chris, you are a filmmaker, and we know that for movies now, a lot of people will export to larger markets, the Americas to Asia, but we know that Asia has a very big market, a very large market. Do you think it's a wise decision for any country to put an embargo on movies that come in?
Well, wise has to do with motive behind, because Trump saying what he's saying, I think if I was in the shoes, I would do the same thing. Because the money you're spending on anime is going to the anime creators. So he's trying to control where the money comes from, because the power in this world is in the hands of the person who's paying the money. So if this is generated from Japan and China and all of those Asian countries, and they come to America and you're buying them, the money is going back. So they're losing money. There's a trade war that's going on between China and America. And the less they spend on Chinese content, the better for them. China built by shutting out Hollywood from their business. Can't check in the 70s. They shut out Hollywood for a time. They were making their own content. Every time you see any American film, there will be a Chinese similar story.
Yeah, that's why the government supported with Golden Harvest. They had the government.
So I think it's a political decision, but it doesn't work for creatives. But at the same time, creatives are not standalone. We live in a society that is being governed by politics and all of that. So I think he's done his work as a president that's thinking. However, as a creative, I think it's unwise. You can't create internet and make the whole world a global village and tell people what to watch and what not to watch. People deserve the right to be entertained.
Exactly.
What they want to do. And if you think that there is anything, then pump more money in your own creative space and tell Hollywood to do better. Hollywood is stuck in the 80s.
Yeah,
Hollywood
that's
is stuck
why.
in the 80s.
Yeah, we said it now one time.
we have
Like
to grow.
if you see most of the movies movie series, they go back to 80s to either take, adapt, or do a sequel to it.
Plagiarism, copy and paste. No, they're not even.
They're not they hide them again.
It's
Yeah.
obvious now. So any new thing now is just fake. As I said that, so it's obvious that Hollywood has gotten to its threshold, and it's time for another market to take over, which is why I'm crying for Nigeria, because but there's a space on the throne. Hollywood cannot give us what we want anymore. They can change the name from Spider-Man to Mind Spider, or Superman to Super Spider. It's done. We know that this guy will find out his healing powers and become a superhero that save the world. We don't tire.
He doesn't like Superman.
Even the love. We don't love that the guy will break up with the girl 2 days to the wedding, then they will join later and propose and they'll get married. We're tired of that normal
Just like
nine plots, story. So we need something else we need something new.
So, but the live action is another area. But talking about like the movie world now, we know that in Nigeria now, mostly with the prices of tickets in the cinema now, to watch an average movie in the cinema is about 7,000. That's without the popcorn and the drink.
Sometimes 15K.
Yeah, that's.
I tell you, say 14K for one movie like that.
Without popcorn and drink.
First week, yes.
You come buy popcorn and drink.
On top 14K.
My brother, if you feel no sweet.
Because as you just talk about this thing now, you mentioned 14K, now 2 kilo of goat meat.
My brother, welcome to the club. Blue.
Now, the opportunity cost of our hobbies, you understand? But talking about hobbies now, Rose, how do you talk? We are talking about the industry in general now. And Mr. Chris is here, who is a filmmaker. He has a book out.
What is my book? You need to sell.
No,
please. Buy my book, please.
We've talked about this book, and you've gone on tour. But for Rose now, who you have dabbled into a lot of this now, from writing to filmmaking, like you are everywhere. You are in all the spectrum. But right now, you are saying focusing on acting. Why would you want to focus on the acting element of the vast array of talents that you possess? Because Mr. Chris asked this off camera.
Yeah. Acting is just fun. Acting is like I wouldn't say it was my first, I think my first love was writing. So I just like immersing myself, in the stories. And acting also, I think acting came after writing. So it's just not, the filmmaking I started as a way to get me to act things I wanted to act. So like someone would give me a script, because I've been presented with like lots of scripts, and I'm just like, what is the story? Like this is not, I don't like this, change it. I want something better. I want something that actually makes sense.
Something challenging.
Yeah, something that just makes sense. Something that's really good. Just something good. And I don't really see a lot of good scripts. So I'd rather, since I can write, I'd rather write my own movie and then star in my movie.
And then star in your movie.
Yeah.
So you're doing both, like what you said, you're filmmaking and acting.
So right now, yes, I am more focused on acting other people's scripts and other people's stories, other people's productions as well. And I like it because I like inspiration.
It's the accent for me.
I like inspiration. So
like a skincare.
Yes,
skincare
activist. Yeah. I used to speak like this, so I learned English. But I started working in Wazobia.
Okay, so the reason why I had to ask that now is because recently you were in an is it an animation? Was it?
Oh, thank God.
I've done like
anime.
I've done
You've done an
film
anime.
student.
It's a student animation,
Yeah.
animated film that you did.
Oh,
Nice.
better. Wow.
Yeah, so I've
So
done
you're a
like
voice
voice
actor in
acting.
it, yeah. Nice.
I mean, it's not. No, but I like.
I don't know about that.
What?
Really?
Because so the thing is, it's not in the tone of the voice, but in how distinct and peculiar the voice can be. So
Okay.
every time I hear you, I need to be sure that it's you I'm hearing. Like, Beyonce, when she sings, when she talks, you know it's Beyonce. There's no other voice than Beyonce's voice. It puts a value in that voice. So she's learned how to make her voice strictly Beyonce. So even the tone, the gradient, everything, it's purposeful. Ivy Okujayi has that.
Yeah, she
You
does.
hear Ivy Okujayi talk, you know it's Ivy Okujayi. She can, so it's a thing for voice actors. But because of fear, the moment you're able to have an accent, we get excited. But you need to learn how to now put a skill into it and make it unique to you, like The Rock.
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Rock, even The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and even the other guy, what's his name, Eddie Murphy. They have Eddie Murphy's voice is Murphy's voice anywhere, anytime. It's a skill.
So now, when you hear Mr. Chris talk, anytime he talks, what just comes to mind is his book, where he's standing. Yeah. So you've gone around. I'll say you've gone around the world with the tour of this book.
Just came up from Canada with the book.
Yeah. So you did Uganda. Was it Uganda?
Yeah.
How many countries have you been to now?
I've never come to Uganda, South Africa, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria, Canada, Amsterdam, Belgium, France.
Hey, God, wait.
You know what? You're not teaching how to get a look. How did they stamp your passport?
So what is good about life is if you find what you're meant to do, the world will recognize it.
But you know how crazy this is. Initially, you know, been one right before.
Yes, I struggled with it for 3 years.
Okay. I have hope.
But how people, you have some people around you who will hold you to your word. And I'm happy I wrote that book. I'm going to place people who tell me that this book changed my whole perspective. And I'm happy because, not because the book they sell, bro, and I don't deceive a lot, but the point is to see people say I'm making my film now. On my birthday,
Based off this
some
template.
ladies came together, did a video to wish my happy birthday because they read the book, got excited, and made a film.
Wow.
So they want to make the film. They say they're going to make a video for Chris to say happy birthday before they started making the film. They're about to make a movie, feature-length film, millions of Ugandan shillings.
Well, and this was in Uganda.
Yes.
But Nigerian filmmakers go read and they don't talk saying that you give them inspiration.
No, some people, to be honest, people are giving me flowers. A lot of young film. Among the young filmmakers, I'm a star. If I walk into a space where there's a young filmmaker, I just chill. go put a film for airport, they take picture with me, young filmmakers.
Wow.
But with the recognized ones and the actors, obviously, they always want fun.
And
But
so
it's the people that need it most, they value me.
So you know, this is a big shift because you are somebody who likes being behind the camera. You are somebody who likes hiding your face. If even when they are doing press releases and they are talking about films that either you executively produce, you line produce, or you were basically the production, you always hide. But now you are now like in the limelight. How is that experience for you?
Well, first, I'm doing that now because I'm sending a message to people that it is right for you to. There are people who are making this film a real business. So it's not film for me. It's not fun. It's business. I mean business. I mean business in the sense of we're putting our mind to it. Work 24 hours a day. Work around the clock, and people need to see me to know that this thing exists. We're not a side hustle. First of all, the second again is to inspire other people who have. Because what I know. Therefore, what Kule Afolayan knows, therefore, what Kevin Adetiba knows, and I respect people in their craft. So I'm also saying to them indirectly, write your own book. You know, the world thought the world was square and flat till somebody went to America and found out it was circle. You know, so I'll be spherical, sorry. So the point is, I've said my own point. It's pointing as if film industry is flat. You bring your own book, it shows that there's a curve somewhere.
So focus on this triangle.
You get the point. So the more we do, so I'm trying to say to them, all of them, Jade, everybody, write your book, so we can have a holistic view, a bird's eye view of what Nollywood. Because Nollywood has been existing for 35 years, 40 years, and there's really nothing empirical, nothing authentic, nothing you can say about the fact that there are successful films and actors. We can't really say we can repeat the process. If the key people in Nollywood fade off, people have to now reinvent the wheel to do their own. Tunde Kilani is old, one of the best cinematographers.
Yeah, and
is there a Tunde Kilani style of making film?
Because I know that Tunde Kilani has been pushing for even cameras that would work for the tone of the black skin.
Yes.
When we use them in productions, and that is still a conversation that he has been having.
But it's got to be in the books. It's got to be in the literary society so people can read it, so ChatGPT can access it. You get the point? It can't just be in our minds and in our houses and in our. It has to be in a podcast. It has to be somewhere where it's accessible. Because knowledge that can't be accessible is not knowledge.
Well, that's why we are here and we are giving you all this knowledge way. So at least you can be in you can immerse yourself in the world that we enjoy, and you can be a part of this storytelling. Inside the messages here, we are saying, good evening, guys. Osh from Abuja. Great to catch you guys again. I recently saw a movie called All of You. It was a fantastic movie. They explored the age-old question. Can a boy and a girl just be BFFs? Special greetings to our guests in the studio, Mr. Chris. My hand is up, sir. That's what he says. I'm sure you should know Osh. Osh officially. Osh is very popular in this town.
Sure.
Yeah, he has come
Well
to the
done,
show too. We invited him. Yeah, we do that sometimes. We invite people. So, guys, if you have messages, if you have questions for Mr. Chris and Rose in the studio, this is the time to send in your messages. Don't forget, WhatsApp is 080-999-30137. That is the number. You can send a voice note. You can type your message as text, and we will definitely be reading it. But don't forget, we still have a lot on the news and Mr. Chris's opinions on some of these trending
because
issues.
there are some things we really need to hear Mr. Chris's
because
side
he always has a side to it. There's always a curveball he throws to a discussion, and of course Rose also has the angle of her skincare.
This is where you walk out. Well, no, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And you want to be an actor, so
quickly before we go, I think we have
we have market.
Okay, I can see some messages right here on
YouTube.
On YouTube, producer we Sabi, this is what Todimu. I hope I'm pronouncing your name well, I beg no verse. And then Chinedu is saying, okay, came out of this next flick. I'm on the first season of Slow Horse. Okay. Before you say Action by Chris Odeh is now available.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So just in case, thank God that the person actually mentioned the name of the book. Is titled Before You Say Action. That is the title of the book. It's available everywhere.
Yes. Amazon, Roving Heights, and you can just order DM Cotricity or DM my hand. It's meant to reach everywhere.
It's meant to reach everywhere. Okay. So there was this argument that I and Rose have been having, yeah? And the argument is on casting. On casting. Because you have been on every, I think you have touched every part of the production process, from casting to directing, line producing. Except, no, you have done makeup. Mr.
I did
Chris.
costume.
You have done costume. Okay, it's except
I don't
makeup.
know.
Except makeup. He
I've
did
done
costume.
makeup, I've done costume, I've done hair, I've done editing, camera.
He has done everything because there was a time he fired the costumier on set. Yes, I was on that set, so I know.
You don't
You need to take him out.
You need to take him out. It's a risk.
So I need to ask, for casting, what does the director first look at? Because the conversation I and Rose have been having now is on the choice of cast when it comes to a movie. Sometimes you hear people say, oh, we don't like a particular accent, or we don't like a particular frame or body structure, or oh, this person is fair, this other person is dark, will it work? Like, why all these decisions? Let's hear from
So I'm presently working on another book called Dear Creatives, and the chapter in the book is casting wahala. And I'm happy to ask this question because there's still an argument of, is it the director's work to do the casting, or is it the producer's work to do the casting? Or is it even the casting director's work? Now, I think it's all of them. And I think that the kind of film you're making will determine how you go about your casting. I had a conversation with Rose before we started about short films. For making a short film, it has no commercial implication. At least 80% of it is more expression and creative. So you can take your casting from the creative perspective. We're making a film for people to be lured in to come and watch. You were announcing films a few minutes ago. You were announcing the stars in the film. You didn't call the people you didn't call the nobodies in the film. The people that did the hardest work may not even be the ones you're calling. But who cares about them? Idris Elba is in it. Mark Wahlberg is in it. Dwayne Johnson is in it. So that's the pool. So I'm not going to now realize that, oh, Rose Okeke is also good in the film. But I have to be pulled in with Idris Elba. Idris Elba not to have given his best game in the film, but I need him to pull people into the room to see that Chinatu can deliver.
Oh, I will do that.
So what I'm trying to say is there are a lot of layers in casting. So what we try to do was, and I will say that for you maybe first out in the public, I think there are 4 elements one has to look at. First of all is performance, dexterity. Is this actor able to dig deep to find out something? That's one. But sometimes they're able to dig deep and find something, but they're not culturally right for the role. Case in point, Tears of the Sun. Beautiful film, terrible casting. Not because the actors couldn't act, but because they didn't sound Nigerian in any way.
Yeah.
Long Walk to Freedom, Idris Elba, fantastic actor, I love him forever. But you are not Mandela.
No.
And I can't stop seeing the non-Mandela in you to be able to accept your acting. So I was distracted throughout the film. So there's need to be the performance one, then 2, there need to be the cultural fit. You need to sound like, look like. There's a height, if you come to Africa, there's a height Nigerians have that the East Africans are taller because of their mountain climbing. So you can't take a Nigerian to go and play a role and say he's Kenyatta or something. No. There's a height, there's a build. In fact, the guy in Lupon, Umar, will even be a better person to do that role than most of Nigeria because we have our own build. And also, you see, I saw Greenleaf. I saw my brother, Mr. Benjamin Greenleaf, playing an accountant. They taught him to sound like there's a country called Africa in Hollywood.
Yeah,
they give
there's a blanket,
an accent,
yes,
which is a mix of Kenyan, Ghanaian, and Nigerian.
Yes, my
he had to
brother.
sound like that for them to give him the role.
Wow.
So he played a Nigerian guy in a film, but he's sounding as an African. So he wasn't culturally fit for the role. That's second. Third is numbers, commercial viability. This film will not sell itself. There need to be a hook. There need to be a pull-in. That is why the stars will take all the money that the people cannot take, $20 million, $30 million, because they're the ones that will pull you in. Morgan Freeman is in the film. Oh my God, I want to watch it. So there's that point. And now the fourth one, I've done cultural, I've done is physical. Physical. I watched this film, is it The Mother?
Yeah.
So I'm watching the film. I'm like, it didn't work. I love the effort.
But the mother has its acclaim. Like a lot of people really,
because it's J-Lo. What's what J-Lo forever? What I'm saying is, think about someone else who is physically fit, who we know can really do what she was doing in that film with pregnancy. I'm just saying that this thing, so your brain is processing that, can I believe this thing? This one feel beat this man on the normal day. You're battling with those things. Jackie Chan, we believe everything he did. Because even if you put up the camera, we believe that camera can still do those things. So the physical things, Rocky, we believe what he did. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to say is that you need to also, apart from culturally fit a role, physically fit a role. For example, you're telling me you want to do a film, and you're putting an rose here in the film. and the girl is supposed to be beautiful, what you call her, skin activist.
activists.
If she's doing all those Cinderella, it's believable. If you like make her Mbeke, try her stuff, you can see Mbeke shining. But you take an ugly Mbeke and tell us that she's beautiful. The king say, oh, what a beautiful damsel. Bro, she ain't beautiful.
Well, this is the reason why it's in the recent what's the name of that movie that did not work? The one Alice, what's the name of this recent one that just dropped? This Snow White.
Snow White.
It didn't white.
The fairest of them all was not
How can you say the queen is jealous of
who
now?
fine?
So
No, don't say that.
She was not finer than the queen.
You go talk, say yes, Gaga.
See, her forehead, her forehead.
And then the Lord Fuquad wig they now gave her.
So my thesis.
Sorry.
So my thesis is a part of the casting should go to the director, a part should go to the producer. 30% of your film should go for people that can perform. 30% should go to people who culturally fit the role. 20% to commercial viable people, and 20% to people who physically fit the role.
I really want to touch on physicality because it's something we struggle with. Like I remember when we watched, remember Mona now?
Yes.
This was movie. So and we were watching it, we're like, no, now like it's not
But
believable.
it's something with the mother, but because Najelo now I accept her.
No, me I know.
As Najelo now accept her, I look it. As person don't get better tips, I know they say Muna, what's Muna in here?
No, Mona had a lot of problems. Even at the she was in the hall that day when we were watching it. She started
So
the exceptions
we're talking about the movie.
Mission Impossible and Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, but it is the director said I will fix the problem. Lower the cameras. The camera can never be taller than Tom Cruise. So if you watch it, he stopped. So
okay, yeah, you will not notice
will
that.
not
It
notice
is
the
how it is now.
So the camera must not be the tripod cannot be taller than Tom Cruise. So they know what they are targeting and they know how they did it.
Wow.
And so they knew that if you can't show his strength, physical build, they show his strength in speed.
And that's why they run.
They run.
Been running since
So it's
1984.
when they are aware of what the problem is, so they deceived us a lot of things, but at least they know. But we will just carry Tom Cruise and start. It's not going to work. It's too short. It's not David and Goliath.
There was a video about Michelle Yeoh talking about how she met Quentin Tarantino for the first time, and he came to her, he knelt down and was like, "Oh my God, I worship you. You're a legend." He was talking, and then she now said, "If I'm really a legend like that, why haven't you put me in any of your movie? Like you did Kill Bill." He now said, "Nobody would believe that Uma Thurman can kick your butt." And I was like, okay,
Really?
like yes, he has a point because this is a martial arts, film goddess.
Experts.
And I mean, if you put her with Uma Thurman, of course, we're supposed not say this person go beat this person. So you cannot now be deceiving us like, because she be actor. It won't. So I understand where you're talking about the director also having to understand his casting before.
All I'm saying is the casting is a team job.
Yes.
It's not anybody's job.
Okay, so let's hold that thought just a minute because we just have 1 minute less than a minute before we pay some bills. And Rose, you definitely have an opinion that you should express. But let's just take some messages here. This guy is very knowledgeable, bro. Senior man, they talk like he gets star for Hollywood, bro. Omo, I dey tell my guys we won't do film, make they check you out, man. Okay, yeah. Someone sends in a message here and it says, to wait till this one. Did they greet you, Sha? Now Igbo is speaking. No, he's speaking Igbo. I just can't read Igbo, so that's why. But he's greeting. He say Kekwanu. Because remember the first Igbo word I learned on set was Ochoku, and it was Mr. Chris that talked. That's troublemaker. That's it. And it was I can't forget because I was supposed to say that word. And I learned that word, but someone is greeting you, Kekwano here, and he's saying thumbs up to you, Mr. Chris. So when we come back, we still have more discussions.
So you guys get something that pops up on your script that is commercial that's going to come.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
If not, it go just cut you. You go just dey talk, thing go just play. Send you.
He go just jump enter. We have suffered it.
I want to ask about accents.
Okay, so
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, and I wanted to bring up this. I love this. I'm not a superhero movie fan. I'm not big, but I love the Eternals. I love
I like
them.
them.
I think that's my favorite of Marvel.
Serious, like the
The
Eternals.
Eternals, because everyone has a different accent. There's one girl who is signing the entire movie and it never takes away. It never takes away.
I think they cast real.
I think that movie was
She's actually real life.
Yeah,
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
She's a mute actor. Yeah.
Wow.
She can hear, but she
Then
Same thing with
this
the
other
Quiet
girl.
Place.
Yeah, a quiet
The
place.
girl in the Quiet Place, the deaf girl that she's actually
Really?
deaf in real life. Yeah.
And then there's this other Marvel actor that also has a hearing problem that acted in this one and the film did not make sense. Like no blue again.
Which one?
The one that she fought that this guy, this huge guy, and I was this DC movie now.
I'm more of a gamer.
Dead Devil, the bad guy in Dead Devil.
Maybe DC be Daredevil.
Sorry, Marvel. Daredevil, the bad guy. What's his name?
Kingpin.
Kingpin. That girl now that he trained. The girl that became an assassin, Magana.
Echo. Yes,
Echo.
she's actually in real life. Yeah.
But in here, you can't even do that here.
No,
You can't do that here.
Like, I'm saying you can, like you can.
you can, but
You can't. They don't allow you. So I will always use the example of I went for an audition years ago, and then I was told to play stammerer. And then our fourth born is a stammerer. Like he's those type that you know they do that. That one is like he struggles with his word like
Wow.
before he. So I was not doing that. Everybody was not looking at like no stammerer is like I was like no I have a brother that is like that. They were like no I didn't get now so the time they go I just go out.
let's just go. So we're jumping into news and entertainment, but before we jump into news and entertainment, Rose, you were saying something off the mic. For those of you online, you caught that. But yeah, we're talking about casting choices and yeah.
I was talking about accents as someone with, an accent, and sometimes in auditions they're like, the accent doesn't fit, which I understand. For the movie, the accent might be a problem, but for like very generic movies where the accent is not really a problem, why is it still a problem? And I referenced the movie Eternals. It's a Marvel movie, and everyone in the cast had a different accent. You had someone from Scotland, someone with just had different accents, and you even had someone who was signing the entire movie because she was mute. So, and it worked so well. Like, it's such a nice movie. It's a beautiful movie. So if that can work, then why is it so hard for some filmmakers in Nigeria to take the
look
leap,
past
just
that?
take the leap, and even if you don't need to have someone signing in the movie, but just take different accents.
I'll speak for myself. Now, so I think actors need to do some more work. I think first off, an actor should have a lot of tricks in their bag. A lot of actors in Nigeria have two tricks. It's one way they cry, one way they laugh, one way they dance. So when they're excited, the movie feels the same. So you can actually watch the same actor in 5 films and then
Kalirikago in the movie. Starring Kalirikago.
God, I don't think I wasn't here myself. Secondly, is I think ability to learn and unlearn accents. Case in point, Damson Idris. In what's that his film, Run Selling Drugs.
Snowfall.
The boy is British. He didn't just get an American accent. He got the ghetto, the Bronx. Even Idris is struggling to do that. Damson got it right. So I have a problem where an actor is telling me to accept them into my film. You're supposed to be a canvas, plain, I paint on you. So you come to me, a lot of people come to auditions with fringes, with glasses, I tell them to work out. You come with your whole face, 360, I want to see your whole face, I want to see your perfections and imperfections. I want to see your hairline. I want to know if you have, what's that thing, alopecia? Alopecia. I want to know what I'm dealing with. Don't come with makeup, with an act. It's all, you don't go buy cooked food to cook in your house. You only want cooked food. And it gets boring after a while. Give me raw material. So show me you can speak in different accents.
Well, we are still talking on Nigerian football. Let's continue.
So show me you have the ability to transcend. So I think the same way a pilot has to learn how to drive a 737, a 777, all kinds of planes. And not say, a cameraman needs to learn how to use the red. An actor needs to be able to give me. The people like Kaisimi in Uganda, people like that will give you 8 accents, 10 accents. Joycelyn, what's that lady? Remember Joycelyn? She'll give you like 12 accents, Jamaican accent, Indian. That is acting. To be able to transcend different cultures and show me that you understand this vehicle called art. So I think it's a job that needs to be learned. A lot of actors come with this whole take me as I am. No. Your family is meant to take you as you are. The stage wants you to be something. That's why you see Muhammad Ali, who speak to Ali, had to build and eat and take some steroids to be that character.
That's why Kinato doesn't like current sweat. But let's
So you see that becoming is what I see you struggling when you say your accent. Your accent is because if your accent stays, I mean I have to look for characters that fit you, so it's now stereotyping.
Yeah.
And then it limits my film because the next time you act in another film again, the same character in that film comes. I've seen some actors in my film that go to another film and misbehave in another film. You're wondering, what's happened to this guy? What happened is because we brought him out to perform in our own, but the other directors are too lazy to do that, so they come to set on Monday and they're shooting on Tuesday. You don't do that. I'm shooting a film called Dambe next week in Canada.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yes.
You've been talking about that movie.
The guy has been on for 7 months. He's learning horse riding, archery, Hausa, brokers Hausa, bodybuilding, losing his weight, understanding how to do an iron smith. Just because he's been in the film for 2 hours. He's kept his hair all year. All year. It's real business. It's real business. So I know you come out and you guys say the film no sweet film. It's not sweet because of these kinds of things. But people also wake up and this is not, you're my sister. So I'm telling you the truth, and I try to give that.
No,
yeah, but that's what we need. We need actors who like guy. So when I see an actor that comes to myself and has a curled hair.
Well, let's not bring up actors.
we have small inside Bluetooth. Remember Taxi season 1 now?
Yes, now
season one.
Season 1
I will
Taxi.
never forget that thing. We just finished the audition of Taxi, and then we're going home, and then Bluetooth passed his house. And like, where you they go? I won't go register for gym. No, say they say the character, the gym. And he went to register for a gym.
This is sitcom, a tiny experiment that we're trying to do, but that shows the mindset.
Okay.
Why this thing where you
Registered? Did he go? He just registered. He just went.
I actually went.
At least registered. At least registered.
And what now?
And
Why
I
you
was
registered?
gymming now.
Did he walk? Did he walk?
So, see now
What?
you have to blame the belly. The belly did not just belly.
So Rose, tricks your baskets, how to use your facial muscles, how to control your dialect and your breath control, and most importantly, how to memorize your lines.
Did you say breath control?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I tell you, I love you, and I say I.
I don't love you, though.
I'm not an actor. But so to know when to pause, when to breathe, when to hold back, this thing is an art. There's a science to it, and we need to learn it because some actors are good. Michael Caine, Meryl Streep, these people know this thing. Everything they come in, they're performing.
I think also even before
This is a masterclass.
even before jumping to other borders, but I don't think we've completely gotten our own accents very well, right? Like let's say I want to speak like an Igbo man now. There's a particular generic Igbo tone that actors use.
Yeah.
So one thing I appreciate Gideon Okeke for was I've known him as an actor when the movie star and all that. I think I was watching Bongomo Express and he was playing a Benin guy. And I'll never forget that scene where he was sitting with, like, they sent him go buy something, he go buy Jesse. He was not sitting. And then he was talking with the Benin accent. And it was so believable.
In Crossroads, he had a Bayelsan accent.
I was
That guy is
like,
good.
wow, like,
He's good.
from there, he just climbed my ranks of
actors.
greatest actors in Nigeria.
But that's the guy who settled down. He went to school in America. I can't imagine what the school. They'll teach you, what I just said, about using facial muscles, memorizing your lines, and also being able to use your voice as a tool. It's a skill that needs to be learned. People say, what do you go and do in acting school? I'm like, that's where you learn everything.
Okay, so talking about learning everything now, Mr. Chris, because now you are in, I would like to call it your phase of teaching. You are in your teaching phase. You have done all the practicals. You've done all the experimenting. So they don't even arrest
I still make films.
And you still make
I'm
films.
making 5 films this year.
You are going to tell us all those films, oh.
You are going to tell us.
Yes.
That NDA did not cover you in this studio. Let me just
You will tell us.
Let them know, because everybody knows already. I'm not a social media creator. I'm just a content
content creator. Okay, but I know you are doing a masterclass. How far, and what exactly is the mindset behind the masterclass?
Dear to my heart. So I think that knowledge should be shared for it to multiply. You know, we all respect Apabio because we read the chemistry textbook in secondary school. I don't know who the guy is, but whoever that guy is. Ababio.
Because as you mentioned, Fabio, people can
But you see, so I think that, and that's what COVID did today. COVID helped us internalize and I realized that we're just running and competing against each other. You see, Ronaldo is trying to play football forever, but he don't reach. We don't even care about him anymore. He needs to look for the next level to transcend to stay relevant, and he can't be playing in the field anymore. He needs to either become a coach, become a pundit, become a football owner. That's why I love Beckham. Beckham owns a club that has Messi, Busquets, Suarez. So you see, he's transformed himself. Don Jazzy has transformed. There's not supposed to sing one line in the song anymore. You see him catching trips with Johnny Drill now. That's what he's doing. Because he's sitting in a place where he's going to be relevant for a long time. I can't make good films forever. I'm struggling to switch into verticals. I can't consume it, I can't make it. Because the mindset, people who consume are people who were born after phones were created. We live before phones came. These guys, all their lives, they had phones around them. We do hello, who's speaking? Our neighbor, I'm going to call him. People now have phones in every pocket. They are watching content. They are looking on YouTube to learn how to play game. We were writing game
codes and cheat codes. Yes.
So the mentality that is going to create content for these people is not the mentality that grew in those old school days who are reading lyrics of songs. So you need to step back and inspire the people that can create the content that these people need. Because there's a divide in the market. We're creating content that doesn't have viewers, and the viewers are getting bored with us. We're cooking food for nobody. So you need to now inspire the people who understand what these viewers want and teach them what we know so they can add to what they know and create the right content. And that's how Masterclass was formed. I've done 5 editions. This is the 6th one. Fully funded. Maybe friends and family join one or two. We spend a lot of money. Sometimes maybe $30,000, $40,000 to this thing. We give them we're also teaching them film and making them to enjoy what they're learning. So they're going to beach houses. They're going to resorts to go and do this thing.
So why the online version? Because I see one where you post where you say online 9 a.m. to 10. I mean at 11 a.m.
9 to 4. So last year we realized a lot of people were complaining that they applied, they couldn't get in because it's easier to get to heaven compared to one person. I want the best minds to get in. So I just like to help the people who don't get in to feel at least they got something for applying instead of creating an online. So this year we're doing 2 versions. We're doing the online from tomorrow, starts from tomorrow, ends on Friday, and we're doing a boot camp in November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
this will be the new template, the online and
it keeps growing. So we're going to have 102
because I know a lot of people who try to get into the masterclass when you had just only the offline version. Yeah, Rose, you once.
Yeah, that's how I met her.
Yeah.
Skin activist.
I'm very sorry. Very sorry.
That would have stopped. In fact, we should make a movie called Skin Activist.
We have a couple of messages.
But we need to be able to balance that. So there's going to be a lot of trade, and there's going to be. I'm getting someone from the UK, one of my mentors in the UK, the producer, the director of Silverton Siege, and Mandela, and what's the other film? Heart of Hunter. 2 of South Africa's biggest films on Netflix. The director is going to be training on Thursday. Wow. So we're getting real strong hands to come train them for free. Then out of these 102, 50 people will be picked who will now come into the camp for 8 days where they're going to see every part of my processes, how I create these things I create. And I do no holds back. Like you can ask me any question. In fact, I'm so open. I bring my wife, who's here with me by the way. She comes to train. Yeah. Truth the way. My wife, she comes to train. My friends, people that are close to me, I bring them. Steve Lucas was there last year. Ramsey Noah is always there. So I want them to see my world and understand how I came about, everything I've come about. So it's like heart pouring.
Okay. So talking about pouring hearts, we have messages on our WhatsApp.
Christy from Kuje is saying, "Good evening, guys. Behind the mic, have you guys watched Weapon? I was supposed to see.
So I was supposed to see Weapon, a horror film.
I don't know if you spoke of it today. Quite interesting, and it's a new movie. It was released this year. Yeah.
We've spoken about Weapon since it came out. When the HD now dropped to. Yeah. We wanted to watch it,
just no time. Colonel from Central Area saying, "Really enjoying the show with your guest in the studio."
When the HD dropped,
we will give you a link.
Arabians. Colonel said, "Really enjoying the show with your guest in the studio. He really hit the nail on the head with the casting stuff. And she's saying Hollywood are out of original ideas. In fact, I prefer watching British-based movies these days. If I see another Lion King remake, I will protest. I am happy Mr. Chris is exposing the truth about backstage with regards to filmmaking. From the analysis of Mr. Chris, making an authentic action film will take a long time. Okay, from that will take a long time because we don't have believable action stars yet. Toby Bakari, they try.
Toby Bakari, they try. But
yeah.
of course, we have to give props to Spotlight. We have to give props
Yeah,
to Spotlight.
he did.
So, but the thing I would say, and this is being Spotlight my brother, he does well. Toby, great. But I think we need to find our own kind of action. We cannot be recreating American action. We don't see where they should go for street before. Really, they dodge bullet for street.
So
doesn't really happen.
So the reason
Let's
why
find our own kind of
the
style.
reason why I like what you said, and I'm still going to pitch on what Spotlight does, and what, of course, Toby Bakari has the feet, he has the build, and is really willing to take on roles that are of that nature. When you watched RRR, how did you feel? A lot of people were like, oh, Indians exaggerate, but we've always known Indian movies for exaggeration. That is their style. If you watch Korean movie, their filmmaking style and camera angles are to die for. If you watch American movies, they are always fast-paced. They have the way they color grade, and that's the template that works for them. What is the unique style of a Nigerian movie? Can we pick one? We still don't have.
I think we said that one time that I think we're still struggling with an identity crisis because we don't know what.
Because we have failed to take steps, take notes, review, apply, and take steps again. We take steps and hide the notes. So we have people hiding their recipes under their table.
Nobody won't copy anybody's assignment.
You get the point. And now we are stuck in the same spot. We die off, new people come. Where's Tokunbo? He made action film, he made a of emergency there. Imagine if Tokunbo was a creative consultant on Gangs of Lagos. There are errors he made in that film that will be fixed in this one.
Yes.
Everybody's reinventing wheel, everybody's reinventing sky, reinventing. It can't move. That's what I'm saying. Document your process. Share it. You're not going to sing forever. Don't just don't blow flute, play keyboard. Now it's a music power. Burna Boy will not be hot forever. It is time now. Time will come where we'll get tired of hearing his voice. We want something fresh. If he has not repositioned himself, he will get into depression. Document your process and teach someone else to now apply into the new age. Jennifer and Jebeta, they're coming. Jay-Z don't confuse us. Imagine what happened to Jennifer.
We're talking about confusion. Now, there's this confusion that happens.
Let me pick your question. Is it talking about?
Yes. So there's this confusion that happens where you have people who have scripts that they've written, and they're talking about how to sell those scripts or how to pitch their write-ups for big shot producers or filmmakers that can pick it up. Given the fact that they are writers, they might not have the budget to take on those projects, even if they are filmmakers themselves. So how can a writer who is willing to pitch, are there avenues available?
So
no, the reason why I'm asking this is because I know that at a point you are still head to head with Home Vida.
Yeah, was partners.
Yeah, so I need to understand. Home Vida was a process that existed. I don't know if they are still as hot as they used to be.
They are revamping, change of leadership. They've changed leadership since I've known them 5 times.
Wow. So
it affects. Just like Nigeria. It affects. Everybody comes with new vision, new plan. Some people abandon it, some people come and pick it up. But if the new person is excited about it, just pick it up. We're having conversations to see how we can make it. Because I tell them I'm doing what I'm doing today because Home Vida didn't really hit on the head when I was supposed to hit. He started doing all of these things I'm doing with Masterclass, but they didn't go all in. So that's what, since I'm hearing this story. No, but back to script writers. I started up as a script writer.
Yeah. I have a question for that. Just finish.
My first step into fame was to write scripts. And I became a producer because I couldn't find people to buy my scripts. I remember meeting one man one day, a popular Nigerian producer, and I said to him, I emailed, I wrote letter, I called, I did to go to this man, BB Pin. That's how old this thing is. And he didn't respond to one thing for 3 years. While I was here, I was married, writing script and sending it to him. He didn't respond, he didn't want it, nobody wanted my script. So I told myself, I said, I'm going to buy my own scripts. So I have stories that I've not shot, that I've written. So I don't have time to be writing, picking other people's scripts. So it's actually a lottery. It's a lottery to think that you can send me. People send me out for the script on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on everywhere.
You say it's unsolicited.
Because in fact, I want to even put that say I didn't solicit. I don't even respond because you see, someone sent me 13-part episode script unsolicited. So I just use it for my fulfillment. I said I don't go touch. I didn't even reply because you're going to put me into trouble. But you see, it's a lottery. You're supposed to pick your script and write. So what I say to people is, so why you have that big script? Find a small one. I believe that ideas come with seeds in them. There's always a small story you can create on your own, just to get yourself moving. Then also find someone on your level. There's a director and a producer who is looking for a film to use to announce themselves. And you're also a writer. So you guys come together and collaborate. You see this trying to pitch upward. It's a lottery. Out of 1 million, there will be 2. The remaining 99,000 people will be depressed. What makes you think it's going to be you?
This thing we ask now. Somebody now say, oh Lord, my firewood.
You get the point. So I would advise any young person to sit down and just be sending your scripts upward to money, to more, to people they get. Even me as a small like this, I get piles of scripts every week. Every week. I try to respond to my IG DMs. It's unnecessary. So I'm like, if you want to pick, how will I pick? So if you want to now meet the person, know the person, some people want to call you after you finish speaking, hold this someone and say, I have this script. You might find 1 or 2, but it's only 1 or 2 out of a lot. So grow yourself up that way. That's one. And 2 again is, if you're going to pitch a story idea, protect yourself. Copyright it. Do NDAs. Nobody wants a desperate person around them. Don't look desperate. Find a lawyer. Say, I have a script. My lawyer is protect yourself. Because I can take your idea, your own, the woman killed the man. I take your idea, the man will now kill the woman. And I'm powerful enough to have a lawyer that can silence you for life. So protect, don't just be jumping up and down because you see, to you now, it doesn't sound the script to be made. When it's made, you now realize that you wanted more. You become a disgruntled young person. And Nigeria is not India, Nigeria is not America. We have no structure, we have a lot of people. A lot of hungry, intelligent people. Don't get lost in that crowd. Separate yourself. Organize yourself. Find your team members, grow with them, and don't hope on the lottery.
Don't hope on
But there's a program called Next Gen. It happens every 2 years, like Blue Pictures. They allow people to submit their ideas and they pick the best 5.
Oh, okay.
So you can follow Blue Pictures, you can check on, I think that one is there. There are a couple of organizations that actually pick these things. They're also trying to go for Writers Lab. Apply for Writers Labs, Global Writers Labs. So you can find one of them. Nigerians like things from abroad. So once you get selected in those kind of groups and you come back from there, they'll take you seriously.
Oh, because yes, of course.
Then finally, find a community. You said you were at Elka, Rose. Elka is a beautiful community. My masterclass now is a community of about 150 people. So if you're in such communities, when my people in my community write stories, I feel the need to either guide them or help them, or there's a need to
contribute to the
community. So go to those people's trainings, go to maybe a money scam or go to root strategy stuff. Join them. From there, you start getting access and pitching and teaching how to go about it because they don't feel obligated or responsible for you because they trained you.
Okay, that's a fantastic way because of course now you are seeing mentors, and of course every mentor will want a mentee to grow to a level that they will start mentoring others.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's about community and growth.
Exactly.
Focus, who happens to do a lot of things in production, has a question.
Yeah, I just this question I'm throwing it out to both Rose and Mr. Chris.
He has to think about Tobe
because it's based on something that happened. So where do you think how do I put this? Like, where do you think AI, right? Where do you think AI has a place in the Nollywood industry? The reason why I'm saying this is because it's in terms of originality. So I was on a movie set and we're discussing about movies and all that, and then somebody was using ChatGPT to
write the script
to create, like the person said, please, I need you to write like a Nigerian writer, sound Nigerian, And I said, but this doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you doing this? And then the person said, I mean, I've sold 6 to 7 scripts with this, and they are buying it, and some of them are YouTube and all that. And I said, but it's not original because ChatGPT will only take from what it can find. And the person said, nobody cares about originality anymore. Exactly, like nobody cares about originality anymore. And the person is saying this based off he's selling scripts. And Nollywood, producers are buying it. They know they sift through and they just, oh, you have a script, bring it. So where do you think like AI stands in the Nollywood
I'm
film
curious to
industry?
hear rules. I'm curious to hear rules.
So I don't want to sound like a doomsday prophet, but we are going to have a real problem on our hands in a few years of just stepping away from filmmaking. I have friends who their therapist is ChatGPT. People that can't say happy birthday without ChatGPT. You understand? So when you not bring that into the
Creative
filmmaking,
space.
we have brains for a reason. Do you understand? And I feel like it's just going to get worse. Content is going to be so dull because if you have a pool and that pool, ChatGPT is taking from that pool and no one's putting anything back in, and it's just like a continuous. It's at the end of the day, it's going to become a big mess. And then we have AI pop stars now. They're getting signed to labels. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
yes.
We have AI
Actors
writers.
and actors,
Now
yeah.
it's all
We have
these-
an AI minister in the country. So,
But
yeah.
can't we use it to like
Yeah.
improve like a certain element in Nollywood filmmaking? Let's say I want to do a visual effect that I know I cannot do practically. Can I use this AI now to like give me something? Maybe not the whole.
Now, Mr. Chris, could you answer
The
that?
good thing about this is that you could hear that Focus's answers in his question because he could sense that he has the answer instead of him. AI is supposed to be amplification. It's supposed to be an aid. It's supposed to be. So my background is engineering, and machinization is supposed to aid man's effort. So effort plus machine equals to higher output. So if I could talk for 5 minutes with food, if you give me any machinization, I cannot talk for 50 minutes because it amplifies my energy. So I use less input to get more output, so it amplifies it. So AI was supposed to be an amplification. Let's not forget that AI came out a little too early, and I'll tell you why. I believe the world is supposed to civilize. I believe the world is supposed to civilize at different seasons. There was supposed to be the European civilization, then the American civilization, then the Asian civilization.
So it can't just happen
then
at
the
once.
African civilization before we now bring
Have
the
the
world
globals.
together.
Okay.
The world came together before Africa civilized. So there is nothing in the AI territory that is from the African lens. There's nothing available on the world web. We don't write books. The books we brag about are Wole Soyinka 95 years, Chinua Achebe dead 30 years, Fela's song 75 years ago. There's nothing urban and modern that is available. Because now we are in a situation where we're all hiding because we're under pressure we're competing against the world. So everybody's hiding their own technology. So the guy that can cure cancer in Kwara State is hiding it. Because so that if he exposes it, one man in America will take it and precise it and make it look like he's the owner of the thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of solutions in Nigeria. A lot of people use herbs to solve a lot of problems. But they cannot make it public because they don't have the personality to back it up. They're not that guy that did that COVID thing. What's that guy in America? Dr. Kiniko. Fauci. Fauci. So you see, so there's a lot of, so Africa doesn't have who contributed into the general system. So AI is going to be giving you what America thinks about Africa. That person typing that thing gives us the American thought of Nigerian sound. And I love what she said. After a while, it's going to be depleted. But let me ask you a question. If you have to buy a suit, okay, this suit was made by a factory in China, and this suit was handmade by Gucci himself. Which one do you pay more for?
So talking about suits, Chinatu, which will you pay for? Because Chinatu wear one white suit will get stored.
Which should you pay for? Which should you pay more for?
The Gucci handmade.
The one in China made by machine, or the one made by handmade by
Handmade.
Gucci himself.
I go after flashy things. Sometimes for me,
So Abba made okay. Sorry, right.
I don't know. I need to see.
You need to see first.
China
No,
made-
because the China
made-
made will be everywhere.
Yes.
Because it's easy to make plenty in the market. So your bike man will take you to the event and even wear the same suit.
So I used to tell this to my dad. That my dad would be like, why would you buy all these cheap shoes? Why don't you save up and buy this original OK shoe that will last for? And I'll be like, no, I don't want one shoe that will last for 10 years. Don't worry, give me
10 shoes that you can wear.
Yes.
Okay, that person was the wrong person.
Hey.
But generally,
But
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying
people will
is
say
that
best
Gucci's
foot. They will say
spoke.
best. Yes.
So now you see, at the point where this thing gets flat, his spoke will become what it will be. That
Okay,
person-
hold that
so
thought,
wait
Mr.
till
Chris. Yes, now market will enter. So, as you mentioned, suit, can you shoot to film? Oh yeah.
Jesus, I forget my advert.
this is the last commercial we'll just take because normally we're supposed to finish this. Sit tight. He shock you.
I'm enjoying the conversation.
No more.
He shock you.
Right to deserve.
He shock you. We'll soon be done. We'll soon be done. That's the problem when we have conversations like this before you go.
Don't even the question ahead of time. This is what they get.
See, there's no way we can.
Now the way they've asked gist now.
Not gist. There's no question. We know they question anything for here. We know the right question for this.
It's scary.
No, yeah, it's scary.
I'm not gonna lie.
We are almost done. We're rounding up.
One up on the side.
No, that's what they do. But we're wrapping up. So reset. So okay. So I direct stage, please.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to do that for a while. But
In Abuja?
yeah, in Abuja, I've done a
This is
couple.
one. I like stage, please.
Okay, I will invite you for the next one. We are doing one is an Akwa story. We did a big story last year. Before that,
Where did you get show it?
so it depends on when we have sponsors. The last time we had French Institute that sponsored, so it was a big show. But
Musicals.
yeah, so they are always musicals. They are not just normal stories. There's always music, dance. It's a full stuff. So recently, I was telling them, I said, if only we can have proper script conferences when films are out.
King of music idea.
So when we have proper script conferences for movies, I think that's when the filmmaking will actually develop to another level again, even with the acting. So we get actors that they give their script a week to production, some 2 weeks to production, and then they don't open the full script. They don't read the full script. They just read where their part is, where their character is, and it shows. You will know. I've been on a set and I asked an actor, so this thing that you're doing now, like, he said, I beg, waiting concern with the other actor. And I was saying, your scene interfaces with the person's scene based on how there's a mentality in this script that you are supposed to follow, but you are just acting like an island. This person is acting like this, but your own. I just say make I not talk before the contact say actor we won't do too much now. Come on hand. But it's always shocking. Like you ask an actor, like what do you think about your character? You be like my character, he did. No idea. But I think it still falls on the production team. If they don't do it, the actors wouldn't take it serious also.
So if the actor wants to earn 10 million and give the actor 1 million in his mind.
So money is part of it. So I think this is the longest that this show has actually come when we are talking about the movies. Normally we finish around 9 o'clock, sometimes 9:15. But look at the time now. We are eating into 9:30, and they are telling us not supposed to go.
Okay, quickly, let's just take some. Did you know that 3 years ago this week, Kunle Afolayan's Anikulapo was released on Netflix? Well, now you know. And also, 15 years ago this weekend, The Social Network, directed by David Fincher, with Jesse Eisenberg and I like Andrew Garfield, was released this week also. So 15 years, it's crazy. And yes, I saw a message where somebody was asking, are they really making a social network too? Yes, they are. With this Jeremy Strong, what's that his name again? The guy in Succession. Yeah.
Okay, so wrapping up, of course, the best poke suit, Gucci handmade, is what a lot of people who want to see something vintage, something that would last long and they can hold and say, oh, I have this from
Gucci. So there's a market for AI-generated scripts. And a market for bespoke, organic, natural scripts. So what I think is that while we're getting scared that AI is going to take over the world, let's also know that there's a test board. You know, people who can drink Fanta orange also go for the actual orange.
Don't tell Tyler Perry, but then.
And again, I think art has always been an industry where money did not control. Art always controlled money. The best paintings are owned by people who don't necessarily value money. The Picassos and co, they were not people that were about the money, about legacy. The money chased them. So we live in a time where it looks like money has taken over, but I'm telling you that it's the end of an era. In the new era, you realize that money still is not controlling the creative. You know who's the artist and you know who is not, who's the hustler.
We find out, we will find out. But now the final question before we go, because this is the burning question: the death of cinema in Nigeria, is it really dying? Also,
Or
Netflix.
was he ever alive?
Or was he ever alive?
He has not given us the small insight on the Netflix thing.
That story of Netflix. Is it that Netflix could pack their career come
Yes.
for Nigeria, Prime, Amazon, and the
Netflix
likes?
bought Thin Line last week, bought The Waiter last month, bought Devil is a Liar last 2 months, bought To Kill a Monkey last 3 months. So how would you live as
So they are buying,
Okay,
but are they producing?
Yes, are they making originals like Nollywood originals?
So I'll tell you, Netflix is 3 things. Netflix is a content creation company. Netflix is a streaming platform, and also it's money making venture. Nigerians pay 5,000 naira
For
for
subscription.
subscription. We have 160,000 subscribers. 5,000 naira is $3. People pay $12 in Canada and America to watch a film, and there are more than 2 million subscribers in Canada and America. So they are bringing films here to show us, but we're paying 1/4 of what they pay there, and we have less than 10% of subscribers there. We're not important to them. We're not showing them that we need them here. And everything we release, we're the first to go on our social media and be calling out Netflix. Other countries make bad films. Nobody calls out anybody. But Nigerians are too loud mouthed.
Yes.
We cannot keep quiet.
There was a post that said many Nigerians don't know that if they were not Nigerians, they would hate Nigeria.
We do talk.
So and you're not calling out the producer, you're calling out Netflix. Netflix buy you, you call them out. They don't buy you, call them out. Which are you want me to do? Is it their fault?
So what you are trying to say now is a purely business
Decision.
is a
Strategy to
business-
say, okay, you know what? Let's re-strategize. Let's see how we can maybe reduce and buy a few and see if the economy will balance. And the economy is becoming a bit balanced. Not that it's changing, but at least it's been on 1.5, 1.4 for a long time now. So it's balancing. Things are going to change.
Because there was the story, or we like a rumor that it be like people go spoil the market one kind.
There's no market. I did Tokunbo. Tokunbo is a Netflix original. Nobody checked my books in Netflix. Tokunbo did 5 million. Is it 5 million? 50 million hours. Watch hours. Counting. Nobody checked my books till today. Somebody they tell me. Nobody say send us your. They don't care who you pay, what and how. What they ask you to do is to make a film for them. So all these people with over sign contract with Netflix before they talk up, and I know who send them message. I think they're a spokesman. So say maybe I was treated differently. Well, I know that's not what they're about. They're about content. The secondly again is when you make a Nigerian film, you need to voice dub the film into different languages. But our films don't do well in those other regions. Our films, so you see number one in Tokyo. Number one. Now Nigerians will go to Tokyo, go to December, and then they watch them. Don't be Chinese people, they watch them. Don't be Japanese people, they watch them. Now your brother waiting for Tokyo, they watch your film. Let me make you the number 2 for Tokyo. Because we're plenty everywhere. So the subtitling and the voice dubbing is a wasted, and it's very expensive because it's voice acting also. So they're looking at the whole holistic and say, oh, we can't do global rights anymore because it's not really traveling globally. Money Heist was selling here, not because Spanish were watching it, but because they just wanted to watch Money Heist. It was going across culture. Ours is just picking our diasporans. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there's no need to now. So now they're just in Africa locked. And when they see the films doing well, African locked, they can now maybe open it a little. They did it for To Kill a Monkey. They open a little to America, open a little to Canada. So these are real technical things that are going on. But people just want to do blankets. They don't leave. They never leave. They're still here, bro. They're still here. It's just our business is not making sense to them. Our fans are too loud. I don't know who to call out.
God is
And
so-
thirdly, our stories.
I think they complain for everything.
Our stories are not traveling as far as we think it's traveling. My film did top 10 in 60-something countries. And I trust now my cousins they watch it for me. My film was one of the top films last year. Nigerian films in Nollywood.
That was Tokunbo.
Tokunbo. But I can tell you that that's what I'm watching it. When you start getting those messages from, you know. You get my point? So they need our films to also become quite universally accepted, like RRR did. Money Heist did, Squid Games did. You know the films that do those things.
So sorry, this voice dubbing thing, because I'm really
Yeah, so
interested.
Kinatu has this thing about voice dubbing. Kinatu, air your
Because the
views.
last, I've forgotten the movie, Shola Shubowale, she was shouting, speaking Yoruba, you know how she shouts, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then the person that did the English was there saying, why did you do this to me? I'm so not a man.
And they watch Jabu Jabu. They say, Egbo, big brother. Egbo, big brother. You know, but the thing is, see, again, I keep saying, is, you know, not again. Nigeria's problem is that we're competing against each other. We don't know how to explore new markets. That is an open place for someone to say, okay, I don't want to make film. I want to solve the voice dubbing problem of Nigerian films.
To be
Make it cheaper, make it. She says she's a voice actor. Not every actor knows how. Some people can't even do ADR for their own scenes in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Some actors don't know how to. If they don't know how to watch a scene and
Yeah, and
act,
replicate
they don't know how to
it,
do it. How much more voice acting? So it's a field. That's what, now you expect them to go to Kenya to Transperfect in Kenya. What they call it in Kenya or somewhere else can do it. They'll not look for any Nigerian in the neighborhood. So it can never be the way you want it to be. And our language is not what you can. How do you want to do? I want to talk about English. The egg of the elephant that is on the head of the python is not able to climb the tree. It don't make sense.
Our programs are not,
so some things are not really. More needs to sit there and make this thing make sense. Not Netflix. Netflix is a customer. They're taking your film to customer. That's their work. But we have 700 producers producing film and going to the same market. Nobody's seeing the gaps to fill. Do you understand my point? So we can't blame them because there's supposed to be an industry that has everything like Hollywood. We provide everything inside here. We don't provide everything inside here. All we have are actors, director, producer, and cameraman. That's all.
Come on.
So we need to also develop ourselves to that point, and we expect them to come and develop us. I don't understand. They go marry well for you, come more picking for you. No, now you get yourself to your structure, then you now come and embrace. South Africa has solved that problem.
So these ones we've been seeing, is it that the owner of the movie, where the owner of the movie is the one doing the voice dubbing? I mean, Netflix
does.
Well, now that we have this insight, I'm sure today you have not just been educated, you also enjoyed the entertainment and, of course, the information that has been passed across. Looking at the time, I know Mr. Chris, Madam, no verse.
No verse, but before they run, he has those 5 films that he's
Mr. Chris, your timeline.
Headline.
Your timeline.
So last year we announced the partnership between Sozo Films, Ramsey Films, and Blue Pictures called BRS Studios.
Okay.
Wow.
So we thought that we could up the kind of films we do. After Tokunbo was a success. Tokunbo was directed by Ramsey, produced by myself, and marketed and distributed by Joy Blue Pictures. So it was a beautiful experience because we made good money. The film did well. We're proud of the film. Gideon delivered and all of that. At least, I'm not them to do film no sweet now. I think when I come on, I feel clear.
No, the film
talked about
but however, we thought to now step out and do some more. So this year we decided to do 3 films. We shot 2 out of those 3, and one is Stitches. It was directed by Shirley Fripo Manso, stars Obina Okenwa and Adobe Debo. The return of Regina Askia to your screens again.
Oh!
Yes.
Okay.
After 35 years.
Okay.
It's the Nigerian Crazy Rich Asians meets Devil Wears Prada. It's about the fashion world and love and all of that.
What am I in this movie though?
He's got Mas Boy, he's got Swanky Jerry's first film, he's got Frank Edoho, he's got Regina Askia played the twin. And it's wonderful for me because she had a twin who had an accident. My mom is a twin, and her twin sister had an accident and died. So I put that in the story. So it's very, very. It showed it was the only market selection in TIFF this year. So Toronto Film Festival picked the film. It showed there was really, really accepted, and people were talking about how to make the series and move the film on. So it's coming out in a few weeks. We're in final stages. It should come out in Q4 in cinemas, and they go to streaming. Then we also did another film called Iwakwa, original film, Igbo film. About the Iwakwa ceremony in the Igbo culture. We made the film. It has Uzo Arukwe, Peter Doche, Precious Ozokwo, Francis Duru, KOK, Funny Bone, Kalu Ikagu. It's got like 15, 20
My guy, Kalu Ikagu.
Yeah. The beautiful film. It was directed by the legendary veteran Ernest Obi. First big screen directed, and that guy is excellent. It's an excellent. I think the world needs to see what he does. And so the third one is now Ramsey's own, which starts next week, called Dambe, which is a pre-Islamic Kano history on wrestling. And it's starring Jamal Ibrahim, and it's part of the Uganda connection. We're getting the Uganda to come and play a role in the film. And the person speaking Hausa has been in Hausa for the past 3 months, has a Hausa coach and all of that. And this is what, we spent almost $4,000 for intimacy and acting coach for the actors in Stitches. So some of us have taken our level to the next level because we're not just trying to make a film. Also made a film called Black Pepper, which is going to be a universe. Actually, like that one about a girl who has ability to see the unknown. When she's the police, she goes to space and she's able to see the crime scene. She's being played by a girl called Bubini Ejeye. Fantastic.
She's a new face.
Rotimi Fakule is the bad guy there. Buchi Franklin is in the film. So it's more art house. It's directed by Ghana Oriahi. Who did Weekend and did Ghetto Love Story. Skema's Ghetto Love Story.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
he's a beautiful director. Then finally, I recently got the rights to remake all the library of Mount Zion.
You are joking. All see, wait. This thing now they pay me because Mr. Chris, did they hide updates now? Now we supposed
So
to.
I'm not this anywhere. I want to give you guys for free.
Okay, so this is the first
Wow.
time anybody is hearing this.
26th of October will be day one of the shoot of Abarala the remake.
So all the library of
Ayam
Mount
Tanga.
Zion.
So the remake.
So you heard
Wow.
this here first on Popcorn and Reels, the movies. You are hearing that all Mount Zion movies, the ones you know and love,
270 titles.
200
Why are we not
and
clapping? Jesus!
Baba, like it's overwhelming.
like this is
Like,
really.
So was that
What?
the first one, which was shot 1993, pre-election, called Abarala.
You remember to the
I
power.
remember.
The man is allowed
Abarala.
to play himself again in Shaworu. And this time around, we're going private jets, yachts, parties, horse riding, sword fights.
This time around, people should make a hellfire rain. You know, they like hellfire in Mount Zion. Want to see real
Wait
fire.
and see. So, one of the things that's going to be directed by his sons. So,
Oh, okay.
we're going big screen. It's going to be shot by Fadam
Wow.
Manana, the guy that shot Ghetto Love Story. It's being edited by the guy that edited Tokunbo, doing VFX in Indonesia. It's a beautiful film. I can't wait to start.
So this is why we always tell
sorry,
you guys like
let me just use the opportunity just
when I define cast.
enter. let me just find Mr. Chris Trouble.
It's 100% Yoruba.
So the person that is that edited Tokunbo is the person going to edit. I beg, that small mic mistake when I leave a microphone full dead cat show. I beg, may them do have more next.
That's not the test problem. That's the QC's problem. So the thing is, how do I explain this now? This is happening.
Of course,
where
of course. There are no films without scenes.
yes, there's no films without
And
scene.
if you ever do a commercial film, because I will tell you the fact that Tokunbo went through rigorous QC. So when I heard about that, I was like, how on earth did you miss this? I'm talking about QC people in Kenya, QC people in Amsterdam, QC people in South Africa.
One I carry focus for.
But
please.
it happened.
See, no, hold
It
on,
happened.
hold on,
We had
hold
a
on.
movie on YouTube. I watched the movie 3 times. I don't like 6 people
Hold
watched
on.
it.
No,
Back.
focus.
Now when we don't
focus.
upload, we go see the mic.
Focus, hold on.
Say,
That
what?
that is so here's the thing, and this I'm saying it for
That
free.
happens.
Hold on, I'm saying this thing for free. If it's Focus that is behind the scenes that does all this, he might miss his own. But if Focus is outside and sees it,
Now, so
this guy has the
best way outside.
market.
That's when they outside they watch match. Sabi pass the
Yes.
play.
So one thing I would say is if you guys can get this guy on consultancy basis, this one I'm saying it because I know him.
basis too.
I know. So it's Yoruba. It's a Yoruba film. He can't speak Yoruba, even if you pay him
One-
to for the main
one
time.
No,
But
I'm sure they film 3 weeks time. Obviously,
yeah. So I'm saying you guys should get this guy on consultancy.
no jokes though.
Yeah.
So we have a company called Pluralize, and Pluralize is supposed to focus on QCs, but now we're trying to fix that problem.
Get this guy on
So
consultancy.
we're actually hiring people that will be able to watch these films and get paid per minute of watching.
See one here.
So,
So yeah, now we
So
are.
by people call your people.
Yeah, exactly. that is what we are talking about. You can call us Popcorn and Reels. You hire us on consultancy basis. We'll watch your movie and we'll tell you your mistakes before you bring them to the big screen. So yes, sharp.
You will pay for this advertising. management, listen to this advertising.
Well, I want to say a very, very big thank you to Rose. So the idea was this, when you were coming, Rose heard that you were coming, and she called and said, I am coming to jam Mr. Chris. So, yes, so that's the plan.
Exposing me.
So I have So today, this connection now it has been established. So, Mr. Chris, let your people call her people.
With this skincare,
Congratulations.
this skincare activist in our lives.
No, put her in the Mount Zion this thing.
Jesus, I'm
She
like,
really want preaching. Give your life to Christ. You understand?
no,
Okay, guys. So, but thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Mrs. Odeh, thank you. We know
Thank
on
you.
short notice, anytime we call, you go tell and say, no, you wear clothes. So, but thank you. Guys, I know you wanted to hear a lot today, but there is no way we'll have a Mr. Chris around and we wouldn't drag him to give his 2 cents and, of course, expose. Now,
Yeah,
if we
it's
didn't call
always
him now,
eye-opening
we would have
anytime
not
we have
known
Mr.
about this Mount Zion big
And
news.
the Netflix thing and
Yes,
like
so-
it's always eye opening when we sit with Mr. Chris. Like it's always fun.
So the next people will be catching now because we tried to invite Rama Sadao one time, but she missed and she apologized. We know that they are doing an Arewa International Film Festival that is coming up. There are other film festivals. Nigerians need to come out and tell the stories of what is happening and how the industry is growing.
Yeah,
we
here Chris said that thing about we still have untapped stories.
Yeah,
so much.
And the annoying thing is, we here on Popcorn and Reels on the movies, people accuse us and say you don't give us a lot of information on this news. Nothing. But please, if you're a movie producer, reach out to us. Call us. If you have tickets to give away, if you're a cinema house, call us. Of course, we would love to advertise. We would love to partner with you on all this. But yeah, we are open.
For premieres too.
Yeah, for premieres too. Invite us. Let's tell you what you did. The people when still promise to beat us, they never still see us. But anyway, life goes on. Life goes on.
You guys partner with other critics?
Yes, we do. Iroko critics. Iroko critics.
The Ray.
What's this boy? The boy you running? Dawson.
So we have a problem with
Pulse.
So we have a problem with people who just put opinion pieces out. We need from an informed point of view, not just I was eating popcorn. The popcorn was not sweet, so the film was not really making sense. Why wasn't it making sense? It's not about it. So no, we don't do that. We don't do that here.
What about what kept me up?
What kept me up? Shock
NG. Those guys are quite knowledgeable in what they do.
Even there's this guy on YouTube also, Eniola Tito. He does movie reviews.
He reviews my film badly every time. I bet the other day I hope he was a fail. I said, no worry, bro.
No, don't worry, Mr. Chris will not beat you there.
That's additional. In this book I'm writing, I was trying to talk about the community that everybody needs, and I said everybody needs a critic.
Hope so you mention our name. Just give us one.
So because I'm saying that if you don't have critics need critics to be able to stay focused.
Come on.
We need to know how to take the energy to convert it to good energy and create
Focus.
Please tell this to
other.
Mr.
Chris is writing us in his book.
Tell this to other movie filmmakers because like you know now the years we receive threats talking about some movies.
Somebody even says he's going to flog.
Oh,
no, well, yeah, he's fully a lion. He says if you can't focus, he will flog you.
Like, whoa, please tell us.
We know.
These things are perfect. All these things are good.
Guys, this is where we draw the curtain on the show. I will say a very, very big thank you to our guests for coming on short notice and they made today happen. Rose, thank you. Mr. Chris, thank you. Mrs. Odeh, thank you very, very much. China too. Now only God will judge you. But let's continue what we normally do. So guys, it's been fun and excitement. And of course, you know how we do. Every Sunday, we catch you here by this time and we tell you. And we're done. Thank you, sir.